And welcome to another part of our JavaScript tutorial which we make you learn JavaScript So today we're going to explain the if and the else statement. So these are pretty important in normal websites and in the basics. Currently we're in the basics of JavaScript. If we didn't know that, so let's just type that in. As you see, we're in the basics. Here I've typed in with that we're in the basics. So this is the following stage we are in. So now let's just go into the code. So as you see, we've made this program for you, and we're going to explain how this program works. So first you have to open the tags HTML head and body. Today I'm not going to customize my file, so I won't write anything here, and I'll just close head and close head. So now I'll start my title and write learn JavaScript as I did here, and end the title. Now to use JavaScript that I said how to do in the last video, you should go check it here. You should go check it in the description. I said you have to use JavaScript, you have to use the following tag, script. This tag is supposed to tell the language that I want to use this language. Then you have to use a function. This time we're doing away with a function, but we're still using the if and else statement. And here it is, function print to main. You can call it whatever you want. Then you have to put parentheses. So let's start a code block here. Curly brackets normally start and end a code block. And as you see, we have made one variable this time, variable a, which is a is equal to document.form.mark.value. So if we go down into the HTML code, you can see that our form name is FRM, and the text where says your marks is called mark in JavaScript. So we would go in this document, we'll tell JavaScript to go in this document, in this form, and in this mark, and then we would do value and then we'll do value and close the tag. Then we'll do if, and then we'll put parentheses a, because that's a variable here. Big is lower, is this greater than sign is equal to 80, which is if a is above or equal to 80, then you have to print document. Then it will run the following code, document.frm.rest.value is equal you passed. And this is the code, and these are the curly brackets that start the code block. So when that's all done, so now let's explain in the HTML file again the rest. So as you see, we just call it rest here and everything, and then we'll explain the on click. And yes, there will be a whole video on on click, on the on click command. So then after all this, we have to make another statement for else. So we would do else. We don't have to write the condition because now the language already knows what the condition is. Then we'll start another code block which will run the following code: document.frm.rest.value is equal you failed, and then a semicolon to end the sentence. So basically, if is used when the condition is true, and else is used when the condition is false. So now if we go here, but now let's just see. Now let's just remove this code here. Let's just write document.write, and we'll tell you why when we run the code. So now let's save it here and type anything. So my marks are 85. Now when I confirm it, wait, let me read. When I refresh and then type in 85, and when I confirm it, there is no answer. Now before that, we have to also check what's the problem here. So as you see, it's not normal. Document.write would not work normally, and it can work in different ways, but this time it didn't work. We'll make another video in these types of statements. But when you do document.frm.res.value, the language knows that you want to put this value, which is the text, this text here, that you want to put it in the result text. So if we also put this here in document, we just noticed what's the problem here. Okay, so let's just remove this. So let's type in .write here. So document.write and document.write. So now we save that. So now if I refresh the when I refresh the file and then type in confirm, and you see the problem still goes there. So document.write doesn't really work for the document, and you still don't, and the file still doesn't know where to put it, and console.log and alert would also not work. So you can only write document.form.res.value is equal to, and there are several reasons why this did not work, and one of the reasons is when you use document.write, you also have to use parentheses, because if you use document.write in your JavaScript file or in your HTML document, you always have to use parentheses instead of equal to for your form, and that is because these are two different methods of displaying the text. So as you see, this is a different method and this is a different method here. So this time we'll refresh the page and we'll type in 85 and then confirm. As you see, it didn't go in the result form. So if we refresh it and use the result that fails, like 60, then it will write here, because these are two different methods and they display differently. And this is to make them different, and this is in JavaScript, because to make so it can be different methods and in different displays. So maybe you want to put the whole thing. So maybe you want to delete all the things in the HTML file and only write you passed and change everything to that. And then, but that's not. But sometimes you don't want to do that, and you want to put it in a piece of a form. So you could write document dot press dot value and then equal, and then remove the brackets here and then end the semicolon. So that's all about today's. That's all about the if and else statement. You can do a lot of things with them, and there's several and you can make several conditions with if, and we'll make other videos. And now let's finally explain the condition in the if statement, and then the video will end. To explain, we have to do a greater than equal 60. So that's going to be, so that means if a is bigger than 60 or 60, then you will pass. Else you will not pass, and it will display you failed. So as you see here, this time I change the marks to 50. This time I change the marks to 60. So if I refresh this, write 50, then confirm, it will say you failed. But if I write 60 now, it will say you passed. And if I even write 65, it will still say you passed, because in the command we make it if it's bigger or equal to, then you will pass. So if you have higher marks like that, the website will still say that you did pass. So that's all for this video today, guys. I hope you subscribe, I hope you like, share and subscribe, and also ask any doubts in the comments below. And this is Arav explaining you JavaScript part 2, and also watch other videos and keep learning. See you, bye.